Hey guys, welcome back to another plan with me. I am planning for the week of February 18th through the 24th. Oh my gosh, I am 2 weeks behind, or 2 months behind, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'll get there eventually. So I am using this kit from CaressPress. I believe this is called Cherry Pie. It's this really cute art from TWG that I just really loved and I really wanted to use it. It's very pink. It gave me a lot of like rose gold vibes. I almost used like a red foil with it, but I was like rose gold is the way to go. So I am cutting my washi like usual. I am using a Simply Gilded washi on top. This is the white with rose gold foil. Oh, this kit just looks so cute and it's so pink. I don't even think for most of February I used like a very pink kit. The first week I used red, then I used purple, and then last week for Avery's birthday I used like a pastel blue and purple and like light pink. But this is like a very bright pink, bright red kit that I think is pretty much perfect for February for Valentine's Day. I love it a lot. So I did the washi. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my full box situation. So I'm doing one on the Thankful Thought. Did I end up using all of them? I may have. I think I did because there's an extra full box on the washi sheet. So I put the the flags up top first, and then I realized that I actually pulled out these flags from Scribble Prints Co. They're the rose gold foil with like the white bow that I had actually wanted to use. So I pulled up the flags from the kit, and then I whited out some of the flag because you can see that color behind the white. So I just put those down. I thought they looked really cute. I hadn't used those before, so I really wanted to try those. And then I ended up doing the full box situation. So I just kind of scattered them. There's no double box in this kit, so I just kind of scattered them the way I do if there is no double box. And then I also scattered my glitter headers, of course. This week was pretty busy. I think this was the start of like kind of like a crappy end to my pregnancy, I guess you could say. I just like towards the end just did not feel good, as I feel like most people do. I mean, I didn't feel good my entire pregnancy, but I just kind of was feeling kind of crappy. So this week was the start of that. But looking at the finished product of this spread, it looks so good. So I'm scattering my full boxes, I'm scattering my glitter headers. Again, just the pinks and the reds in this kit are so pretty. I love them a lot. And I haven't used the CaressPress kit, I don't think, so far yet this year. I mean, I'm only like, what, 8 spreads in, but let me check. I'll do a quick peek-see. I don't think I have. I think it's mostly, yeah. Nope, no CaressPress kit yet this year, but I'm excited. So then I'm also using these foiled overlays from CaressPress. They're the rose gold hearts, and I just put them on random boxes as well as on the Thankful Thought. And then the glitter header overlays are also from CaressPress, and they're the same kind of heart, just like a rose gold glitter header overlay. So I put those on top as well. And I feel like it just kind of tied everything together. I also didn't mention this in my last plan with me, and I don't think it's going, I'll mention it now, and I think for the next couple plan with me's it's this way. I'm not wearing my wedding ring in these videos. Towards the end of my pregnancy, my hands started to swell up a little bit, so I couldn't get my rings. I could get my rings on, but I just couldn't get them off. So I didn't wear them at all towards the end, so I apologize if you were curious as to why I wasn't wearing my wedding rings. I'm using these date squares from Scribble Prints Co., the rose gold ones, on top of the date covers from the kit, and I'm just whiting everything out and putting those down. I think I've said this before with CaressPress kits, but I really like her date covers. I feel like they take up the perfect amount of space, but they're also like kind of small, so it works with deco. I don't know, I just really like them. I like the shape of them. I like the paint swatch. I think it's cool. So I am putting those down, and then I'm going to go ahead and work on my sidebar, which is always the same. I use a one daily habit tracker, and then I put some washi down as well as a half box and a pumpkin paper coterra to mark the amount of weeks pregnant I was. I was 32 weeks this week. Baby was the size of a squash. And then I put down a work header as well as a ombre weekly to mark my work hours or what I worked, and then I just use whatever full box I'm feeling. Usually it's a fashion girl box on the bottom, so I use the girl like blowing the bubble. She's so cute. I really like the art in this kit. I think it's real cute, so I put her at the bottom. Now going day by day, so Monday, first and foremost, we had to pay daycare, so I'm using a Planner Gems crayon to mark that. Soon this will be over, but I'm putting that in here. And then I'm doing the same thing I did last week where I used the same sort of icon to mark our coffee in the morning because I liked the way it looked last week, and I think I'll continue this for a little bit until maybe I find something new, but I like it. So from Planning World, I have these icons. They're rose gold foiled, and I decided to use the bows, and I feel like all the bows on this particular color sheet match the kit, so I wanted to use all the different pinks and stuff. So I put one into Mark Duncan, and then from Once More with Love, I'm using from the podcast sheet this little like munchkin holding the podcast symbol to mark that I listen to a podcast all day at work. And then from Sparkly Paper Co., I have this little sampler. I have a couple of samplers that I use. I grabbed the little bunny because I thought it was so cute and it matched the spread, holding the pen to mark making a grocery list. And then Avery actually got an Amazon package this day, and I love this Amazon sheet from Once More with Love. It's like one of my personal favorite sheets ever. I don't know why, I just think the Amazon thing is so cute. So I put that in to mark that Avery got an Amazon package. And then also that day, from Paper and Milk, I'm using this little I Need Space sticker. I believe it was on a sampler that I have because I don't own this sheet, but I'm putting a piece of washi down first and then this on top. I'm not particularly sure what happened that day. I think I was just having like a rough day and I just wanted to like relax. So I just put that in as sort of like an all around, like I needed my space, I needed to relax that night. So that's why I put that in. On Tuesday, I took the day off because I had a doctor's appointment that day. You guys know when I have doctor's appointments, I love to use these Chic Street Sticker Boutique little like Post-its that look 3D, and they have like a little foil top, like faux washi strip at the top. I think they're so cute. So I'm using a red one as well as a Pumpkin Paper Co. Terra like nurse next to it. I think that's really cute. I had a doctor's appointment that day. It was pretty basic. I did get my Tdap shot. That was like the only interesting thing, and I like to kind of write that in underneath. I just think it's cool to know like why I went generally. And then we had Chick-fil-A for breakfast right after. So just from the kit, I was going to use a Chick-fil-A icon or like emoji doodle from Coffee Monsters Co., but it was kind of large and I wanted to put a lot of things in. So I decided ultimately to go back into the kit and just grab a heart icon. I should have pulled out like foiled icons from Scribble Prints Co. I feel like that would have been like the right move, but I had already had that Chick-fil-A sheet out, and then I changed my mind. I was like, I'm just going to grab it from the kit. So I grabbed a heart. I was also looking for some sort of like fork and spoon. She doesn't really have any like food icons other than that takeout box, and I just don't feel like that's like appropriate for Chick-fil-A. So I just used the heart. And then we went to H-E-B. We went grocery shopping that day, I think right after Chick-fil-A. So I used from Fox and Cactus the little like basket. I thought it was red and it matches really well. There's hardly any red spreads that I do, so this matched well, so I put that in. And then we also got our Home Chef delivery that day. So also from Planning World, I have this like Happy Mail sheet, and I used the white with rose gold foil like package sticker. I think I'm looking for it right now, maybe. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like trying to figure out what I was going to use. Oh, it's so pretty, that foil. Ooh, I really like that. Okay, so I'm putting that package sticker in. And then I took a nap that night, so I used a piece of washi as well as an Oh Hello Michelle Nap Queen sticker. I mean, these have been like my favorite stickers recently. I can't nap anymore. Well, I can nap, but I just don't nap anymore, so it's so cute to be able to like put these in. So I just put that on top because I feel like it symbolizes itself. I don't have to like write anything in with that. And then that day also, Avery had like an eye issue, which later turned out to be pink eye, but like it's a long story, but essentially her eye was just like bothering her all day, and we didn't think it was pink eye because there was really no signs other than her just rubbing her eye. But yeah, we ended up having to take her to the doctor that like evening, and she ended up having pink eye, so that kind of sucked. So to mark that, I just used from the kit a little stethoscope icon. It makes the most sense. I was going to use an Oh Hello Michelle like little girl, but it was too big, and I was like, let me just use a stethoscope icon. It makes sense and it works in this situation. So moving on to Wednesday, again, I had Dunkin' in the morning, so I just put in another one of those Planning World icons. I just used another pink one. I kind of went down the line as far as like colors, just so it wasn't like the same color back to back. So I did that, and then Avery ended up staying home with Brian that day because she couldn't go back to school until 24 hours after her pink eye had gone away. So because she stayed home, I used a little quarter box, and then that Oh Hello Michelle sticker that you saw with like the little girl, I ended up putting that in to mark Avery staying home. Here we go. It takes me so long, I feel, to like figure it out, but like when I'm actually planning, like filming, I feel like I go way too fast. So I try to like kind of go slow, but then I realize when I'm doing a voiceover that I'm going like too slow. I could be going faster. I don't know. It's a weird situation. So anyway, I'm putting that in. When I got home from work, I did read a little bit. So from Fox and Cactus, I haven't used this sheet in so long. It's one of like my favorite reading sheets. and I just hardly think to grab from it. Also, sorry if you can hear Avery like screaming in the background. She's playing, and it's a little much right now. So anyway, from Fox and Cactus, you'll see that sheet soon. I ended up switching these two things. I put in Read, and then I also grabbed that Once More With Love, like, food baby situation. I was having, like, tummy issues this day. My stomach was just, like, not doing what I wanted it to do. I'm trying to rearrange things here, and then I end up not rearranging them, so don't pay attention to what I'm doing, really. But anyway, my stomach was just not feeling good this day. I think this was the day that it kind of started. I just wasn't feeling too good, so I put in that, like, food baby munchkin to kind of mark that. And then that night, Brian and I actually watched Abducted in Plain Sight on Netflix, which I feel like everyone's already talked about. Like I said, 2 months behind. But what even? I put in a half box, and I used, like, a Shut Up Once More With Love munchkin, because I was, like, so many things were happening, and I was so confused. I have pretty much the exact same feelings as everybody else did. If you've read anything about it or seen any of, like, the memes or anything, I have all the same feelings. But how do you let your kid get kidnapped twice? Like, I kind of understand the first time, but, like, what? I'm sorry. I'm done. Moving on. So on Thursday, again, I got Duncan in the morning, so I put another one of those bows in, and then Avery went back to school that day, so I wanted to mark that using this Happy Dia little, like, little book bag. It's so cute, and it looks just like Avery, so I was like, this is so cute. She went back to school this day. And then I did end up using that, like, takeout box icon to mark getting Fazoli's for dinner, which is, like, not takeout at all. It's, like, pasta. My life. I do have these really cute Once More With Love emojis now that are, like, carb emojis, and they have spaghetti, and I have no one's, like, ever done, like, a spaghetti character. Well, they have probably, but, like, I haven't seen any, so I had to buy those because I was like, ooh, spaghettis. So I put the takeout box for Fazoli's. Anywho, stomach was still hurting, like, quite a bit this day, so I wanted to mark that. So I used this Coffee Monsters Co. like emoji with the thing on the head, which probably means, like, a fever, but it matched. It was pink. I also took out trash this day, so I used a little trash emoji as well because it's real cute. And then I actually started getting Braxton Hicks this night. This was, like, when they started for me, and they didn't go away until after I went into labor. So I put in a half box as well as a Fox and Cactus, like, pregnant girl, because they're so cute, and they're pink, and I hardly get to use them. Well, I don't say hardly because, like, I use them a lot, but they're so cute. Yeah, so I pretty much had Braxton Hicks from this point on, until I went into labor. It was interesting. It was very interesting. So I put that in. Moving on to Friday. So Friday, first and foremost, it is always payday, so I like to use a fancy label, as well as the Scribble Prints Co. Script, the payday script. Again, I'm using rose gold foil this week, so I used the rose gold foil one, and I put that in. I always go so slow when I do the paydays. Why? I'm not sure. I think Avery's trying to get in the room. I can hear the door handle. She's yelling at me. I can hear her. She's like, Mom, what are you doing? She's angry with me. Anywho, so once I finally put in this payday, afterwards, Avery had dance on Friday, like she always does. So I always use, or not always, but I've been recently using the Happy Dia little ballerina girls. Wow, I, like, stumbled over that word. It is real cute, so I'm putting that in. Why is it taking me so long for the payday? Okay, there we go. I was like, what is happening to me? Anyway, I also had Duncan that day, so I used, again, another little bow icon. I like that I was able to use, like, all the pinks. I feel like they just look really, really cute. So I'm putting that in, and then actually for lunch that day, we decided, me, Brian, and Emily at work, to go to Jinya. I think this was the last time I had ramen. So for that, I used a Toffee Bananas girl eating ramen. But you guys, I did not feel good. Like, I was sitting there, and I ate my food, and then I just kind of kept sitting there, and the more I waited for, like, the check to come, the more I was like, I don't feel good. Like, I actually feel really nauseous. I feel like I'm going to hurl. Like, I just genuinely do not feel good at all. So I ended up not going back to work. I was like, yeah, this half day, or this full day turned into a half day real quick. So I put in the Jinya, but then I also ended up putting in, like, a glitter fancy label with a Fox and Cactus, like, sick face, like, emoji face, to mark that I was just feeling like absolute crap. Like, it just did not sit in my stomach well, unfortunately, because I love ramen so much. So I left early, and then as soon as I got home, I just laid down, and I think I took a nap. I woke up, I had, like, a bunch of water, like, I drank, like, 3 water bottles, and then I went right back to sleep. I just did not feel good at all. So to mark like resting, I did write rest. I put in a Toffee Bananas little like pillow, which is really cute. It's like from this like pink sampler sheet. It's so cute. So I put that in to mark like resting because I just was not feeling too hot, like I said. So there's that. And then I always forget to say this, but I did put the weekend banner in first before I started on Saturday. So I am putting in the weekend banner after I put in this pillow. I love these Scribble Prints Co. foiled weekend banners. I say that every week, but they are seriously my favorites. I really do just love them so much. I do. So on Saturday, it was my brother Caden's birthday. He turned 13. Like, to me, that is absolutely wild. Like, I have another brother that's a little bit older than Caden, and so he's been a teenager for a little bit, but he's like, I watched Caden be born, and like, he's like, I feel like I'm the closest to him out of all my siblings. So for him to turn 13, it was just like, wow, I feel old. He just like, oh, he's like, he was such a baby to me, you know, like, it makes me sad. So he turned 13 on Saturday. Ugh, a teenager. And then I have like his phone number now. Like, he has a phone, like we text sometimes. I'm so emotional about it still. So anyway, for birthdays, I used a glitter fancy label, and I used from Scribble Prints Co. a foil balloon icon to mark his birthday. I'm still like high-key emotional about it. I'm sorry. It's just like a baby to me. And then before work that day, I went to Starbucks. I think that was the only time I went to Starbucks this week. I just like went to Dunkin' pretty much every day, and then I went to Starbucks. I just love Dunkin'. Dunkin's iced coffee is the best. Like, it's the best and it's cheap. So like, Dunkin' all day, every day. So I used, again, the Planning World little, like, icon to mark that. When I was at work, I watched Crimes of Grindelwald to pass the time. Thoughts on it? I liked it. I didn't hate it. I understood some things. I didn't understand some things. I feel like the next movie will clarify a lot, and I'm just very confused. But I used a quarter box, and I used from Paper and Milk this really cute little Maru, like Harry Potter. It's real cute. I used the Gryffindor one because it was red and it matched the spread. So yeah, I watched Crimes of Grindelwald at work. And then after work, Brian wanted to go to H Mart, so I used a little foiled food icon from Scribble Prints Co. I used the takeout box, which that would have been far more appropriate with the icon from the kit that I used on Thursday, but because I had already used that icon, I had to use a foil one. Like, who's to complain, you know what I'm saying? So we went to H Mart, and then after H Mart, I was like really craving a hot fudge sundae, so we went through the McDonald's drive-thru, and I got a hot fudge sundae, and I'm just so happy every time I get one now. I think I've had like 2 more since then. That was like my end of pregnancy craving, a hot fudge sundae. It's like all I wanted. So I used a fancy label to kind of like, I don't know, I just felt like all that open space was a lot. So I wanted to kind of clear out some space, fill up some space. And then I used the ice cream cone, foiled ice cream cone as well. And then that night I just kind of spent it with Avery. We just hung out on the couch. We chilled. We cuddled. Like, it was a great night. So I used from Oh Hello Michelle the little like, mom or just like parent and child, because they have no hair, so parent and child to mark night with Avery. Sorry, I'm coughing now. All right, and then moving on to Sunday. So Sunday was actually my little sister's birthday. My little sister Bronwyn, she turned 12, which isn't as significant as 13, but it's also crazy that she's 12. Again, I don't want to go into another like fit about my siblings growing up because it makes me really emotional. So I just did the same thing I did for Caden, and I put down a glitter fancy label with a present foiled icon instead of the balloons. I thought that was cute to mark her birthday. It was also laundry day, as Sunday usually is, so from Fox and Cactus I used a little laundry girl to mark that. And then I also filmed, edited, and uploaded that day, so I used from Whimsical Cat Studios or Whimsical Cat Plans. I think it's Whimsical Cat Studio. This little girl on her laptop, it says edit, but I did all 3, so I was just like, this works for all 3 things for me. So I put that in underneath. And then I ordered groceries this day. I was back to my H-E-B curbside situation. I love going into H-E-B, but like ordering for me is, it's easier because I can see the total. It helps with my budgeting, so I like it. So for ordering groceries, I used a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji on the laptop. I used from like the pastel sheet, the pink one, because I was like, ooh, these colors match. Let's do this one. And then I did read a little bit more this night. So from Paper and Milk, I used a little reading Maru, which these again are one of my other favorite reading sheets. I love the color selection. One of my personal faves. And then last but not least, me and Avery watched movies that night. It was pretty great. I'm pretty sure we probably watched Moana, Frozen, and Ralph Breaks the Internet because those are her current favorites. So to do that, I used a quarter box and then a Happy Dia girl, like, I want to say at the movies, but she's like holding a soda and holding popcorn. It just makes sense. I was like, this works perfectly. So I put that in. And that was my week. Again, I think it filled up pretty nicely. I love the way it looks completely filled out. I used a red pen and I'm like, this looks real good. So that, like I said, that was my week. I then went ahead and did some deco up top. I kind of tried to spread it as much as possible. Sometimes it's hard with deco, but like, I don't know, I just love cutting it off and I think it looks so good. I just love deco so much. And then from Scribble Prints Co., from the mini deco sheets, like the mini ones, I use the closed hearts and open hearts to kind of fill the spaces in between the deco pieces from the kit. And then I also put a little heart on the little headband of the girl, the fashion girl at the bottom of the sidebar. I thought that looked really cute. So that was it for my week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.